So CLA has been something that it comes from the safflower seed. It's something people have taken as sort of a carb blocker or a leaning agent for a long time. It's one of the very few supplements that there is some research to show that you can burn fat while still building muscle while taking it. And of course, that's the dream, right? That's the dream that we all dream of.
My name is Jesse. I'm in my 40s and I'm on a mission to lengthen my lifespan while getting jacked. This is my channel.
Hey, old fart. Okay, so not too long ago, I started my cut. I'm doing pretty terrible, just in general. I feel like, I don't know, I'm starting to slim very, very, very slowly. My caloric deficit I'm trying to keep as much of the muscle. I mean, I'm not a steroid guy, right? So I'm not taking steroids and I'm natural, so I need every little ounce of my muscle as I can. But I decided, okay, I'm gonna take some things to help me to get the fat off as quickly as I can while preserving muscle. And I did some research on CLA. I remember, I'm not trying to rep their brand or anything like that. Actually, I'm gonna bash on CLA. Not gonna bash on this brand, but here's the thing. I used to, my family came from a nutrition store. We had a nutrition store when I was younger. I remember CLA, or sometimes known as Conjugated Linolic Acid. It was sort of a big deal. It's something that's still recommended in the bodybuilding world today. And so I thought, okay, I'll take some of that. So I'm taking chromium picolinate. That's another really kind of a popular one. You know, there's a few like grains of paradise, things like that. I'm already taking plenty of caffeine. I don't need a fat burner. So you know, I don't need Zinedrin or hydroxycut or any of those things, because all those are is just caffeine mixed with some extra ingredients. So I thought, well, I'll just get those extra ingredients and enjoy my caffeine, because I enjoy coffee. I enjoy my pre-workout. If you haven't heard the CFO on the flow rap that was in my last video, not many people watched my last video. You didn't really want to watch me work out. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. It was a longer video. It's hard to title those. But I was going to start doing CLA, and this is why I'm doing this episode. And so CLA has been something that it comes from the safflower seed. It's something people have taken as sort of a carb blocker or a leaning agent for a long time. It's one of the very few supplements that there is some research to show that you can burn fat while still building muscle while taking it. And of course, that's the dream, right? That's the dream that we all dream of. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna take this thing and I'm going to, you know, continue getting huge whilst getting those abs. And I had the weirdest reaction to it, but I come to find out it's not a weird reaction. So I took one dose of this, and one dose is 2,400 milligrams. Now, the safe dose for a day is between 2,000 and even up to 6,000. And so, you know, I was taking relatively low dose. I had no energy at all. It was just like, it was the strangest, complete lethargy. I couldn't even caffeinate. Like, I tried. I was like, okay, I know what to do with low energy. And it was one of those times, and I've done this twice now, so I know it's the CLA. And so what happened was, one day I took it, I felt this, I was like, it could have just been I had a rough day or a rough night or whatever. And then I didn't take it the next day, felt fine. Then I took it the next day after that. Sadly enough, it was gonna be a really epic gym day, like 3-hour workout thing. And I could barely make it through my first hour and a half. And I recorded it and I was just like, this is stupid. I'm not even gonna share this. This is that bad. But one of the side effects that I found out that is actually somewhat common is this complete zapping of energy. And they say that it can take up to 2 weeks just sort of getting used to it before you don't feel that anymore. But the problem is, I wasn't even planning to take CLA for a long period of time, because there are a lot of other nasty side effects that can come with it. For instance, one of the things long-term, it can blunt your insulin sensitivity, and it's also been shown to increase your bad cholesterol and reduce your good cholesterol. So there are heart ramifications, there are all kinds of ramifications that I was willing to take on a short-term basis, maybe a month or two, to help sort of accelerate my weight loss. but I've got to say the tiredness that I felt, and I couldn't caffeinate out of it. It was one of those things where I felt both completely zero energy and then over caffeinated after a minute. So I just, you drink the coffee, you drink the pre-workout or whatever, and you know how sometimes it really hits and you're like, oh my God, I have got perfect energy. This was not that. This was I just feel like I'm being electrocuted in a bad way and I still have no energy. So, I mean, does anybody want this? Give me your address, I'll send this to you. I honestly, I don't want this anymore. It is that bad of a side effect that I experienced. So have you ever taken CLA? Have you ever experienced this? I remember when I worked in the nutrition store, lots of people bought CLA and no one ever told me about this. And so it really took me by surprise. Are there other things that you take to help you cut whenever you're trying to cut body fat but preserve as much muscle as possible? I'm in a caloric deficit. I'm doing my cardio, I'm doing my weight training, making sure I've got the right amount of protein, but I was hoping to cut a few corners and this is where it's left me. So highly don't recommend conjugated linoleic acid if you're in your cutting phase. Let me know what your experiences are and continue to live the dream, you old fart. Let's get jacked and let's focus on our longevity together. Anyway, that's all for this week. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And let's go on this journey together.